Welcome to Surehajj by Suredata Solutions. This form and lesson is Hajj application form. To start, we should know that the client Hajj file in the agency office is called application, and it contains one or more passengers, but they are all under one account. That's the definition of application. This form is used to maintain these applications. The form is composed of three parts. The top part is called the menu, where action buttons are. The left part is including the listing of packages as per the current season, and the rest of the form is about details. I'll go in some details with every part of the three. First part is the menu. First button is save. Obviously, it's used to save whatever information is displayed currently, and it's against the selected application or a new one. The new is used to open a new file where you enter the information and click save to save it. Filter allows you to define some criteria to filter this list on. Passengers photos allows you among the passengers of the currently displayed application to define the picture of each or to assign a picture to each. If you have a list of these pictures in an area where you scan them. So you select the one and you select the path and attach the photo. That will be a target of a next lesson. Common flight route. The flight route concept will be explained in details later. However, it is a way to assign a route, flight route, to a group of passengers without entering the individual parts of that route for each of them. We'll see that later on a different video. Deleting the application, as the name indicates, will help you delete the displayed application. Create document and review document will allow you to attach any kind of documents, whether Word document, text files, images, whatever it is, scanning pictures, anything that could be related to the case being displayed. And of course, the review document will show you the list of attached documents to the displayed application, and you can view or print any of them and see notes on each of them. Reports, as the name indicates, will give you a list of reports related to applications, and whenever you select an option, you get a selection criteria for this specific selected option. You will see that in a separate video. Mailing label is a way to select group of passengers and print a label, a sticker for each of them based on the page format every 5160 or every 8160. And you will see that in a separate video in details. Emails, you can select any predefined emails to send to the specifically selected applicant. As you can see, the email is here, it's this one. And you can see any one of those, like the agent, like the Mecca representative, and so on. The emails will be a target of a separate lesson in a separate video. Reminders is our way to keep track of the events and reminders to allow you not to forget any specific dates. These reminders could be created manually or could be created by the system automatically, and the system will remind you on the due date. It can be created automatically based on what we call the to-do list, and that will be a target of a separate video. This is all about the menu. Now we'll move to the second area of the application, which is the application list. The application list is composed of list of applications with two kinds of flags beside them. A flag indicating there is a due reminder for that application, which is a ring shape. Another one will indicate if this application is ready to travel, ready to go or not. By ready, I mean balance is zero, and at the same time, all passport actions and visa, all processing was done in full for each application passenger. But the one with X sign indicates that there is some issue that's not yet finished processing. So from the view right away, you can determine which one to target for an action. And the total is shown here, and the packages you can see for this specific package that the application belongs to. You can see all details about the packages here. And selecting an application from the list will display everything about it on the details area. This is all about the second area, except that I need to mention that the filter that you enter will filter this list. So you can target group of records based on a criteria that you want. Now to the final part of the application form, that's the details area. The details area is composed of 4 tabs. One is called main data as displayed in front of you. The other is passengers data, accounting data, and processing data. The main data contains all about the application itself, contact information, the agent, the application package, and you can, whenever you see this I symbol, it means you can see some details about the item beside the I, like the package here. You can see everything about this package, which will be a target of another video. Or for the agent, you can see everything about that agent, which will be another target of another video. In that area, you have a summary of the application, like how many passengers, what are the rooms allocation, and the status about the processing, how many passports were finished, were sent, how many visas you got, and so on. And at the end, you can see there is a non-zero balance here, the due balance. That's possibly why it is marked here as X. In the bottom part, you see a list of passengers. It's just a read-only list with a total, which will indicate to you from the first tab what is a kind of summary of that application. The second tab is passengers, and it's about the individual passengers. You have a list here, and whenever you click on any one of them, you see the details of the selected passenger, and you see passenger code, and you see here the processing status of the selected one. So you can see that all of the first one has all steps done, but the second one has passport is not yet delivered back to the passenger. So that's the only step remaining. And that could be a reason why this X shows here. In the right part of that tab, you have a group of action buttons, which will allow you to add a new passenger, change information, and save it, delete a passenger from this application, import the passport information, including the picture and the passport photo, search for a returning passenger in the previous seasons, and importing automatically the information into the application here, displaying and managing the flight steps of each application by this button, define adding or removing services, additional service to each selected or to the selected passenger by this button, and this brings you back to this main data that you see. For example, if you are here in the flight, you see all the flight, and by clicking main data, you get back to the main data of the passenger. You will see all these actions in a separate video about managing the passengers, whether in Hajj or Umrah. Now to the third tab, when you click the accounting tab, you see everything about this application, whether it's a payment, whether it is the package value in details. You can see everything in details here, including how much was paid, what is the total, and what's the balance. Some of these can be removed or deleted, and if you click on any of these buttons, for example, if you try to click on the first one here, you cannot delete it, obviously, because it's the application itself. So when you see more information, it tells you that you cannot delete that because it's to delete it, you delete the application. However, the payment here, when you go to the payment, you can delete it, but you get a warning. And if you click it, if you click yes, proceed, you will delete this payment, and accordingly, the balance will be changed. Here you can enter the discount, and that will show right away in the statement of account and in the account list here. You can make a payment, or you can adjust the cost by adjusting the flight route, by adding more segments to it, or removing some segments from it, or you can make a payment against that application. And in the adjust cost as well, you can add services or remove services. The accounting will be targeted by another video, a separate video. Finally, the processing will just show you all the processing steps, including the dates of each of the passengers of that application. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.